Graduates, at this point in our ceremony, I'd like to offer a few remarks to the class. My remarks have to do with my hopes for you. I want to begin by paying tribute to the great pioneers in Georgetown's past. As I stand before you today, I have been president of Georgetown College for only 6.5 months. But I recognize and deeply honor the names of Silas Noel, William Stoughton, Joel Bacon, Thornton Johnson, B.F. Farnsworth, Rockwood Giddings, and a host of other courageous figures who began what would prove to be the 6th oldest Baptist college organized in the United States. Students, you are graduating from a college which was founded in 1829, a college that is older than Wake Forest University in North Carolina, older than Baylor University in Texas, Mercer University in Georgia, older than the University of Richmond in Virginia, all of whom are among the nation's finest Baptist institutions. With this group, Georgetown College stands proudly as an elder statesman in higher education. And we do not back up one moment when it comes to proclaiming the richness of our traditions, the quality of our education, and the achievements of our graduates. Students, my first address to you was this past August. At that opening convocation, I encouraged you to be proud and to stand strong for the college. I hope that as you graduate today, you will etch that reminder into the fabric of your mind, and you will recall it frequently as you move now into your next pursuits. Students, I want to provide you a special opportunity at this moment in our ceremony. There are parents and grandparents and siblings and other family members here for you, along with many friends. These are people for whom we acknowledge that their support and encouragement has contributed mightily to your achievements. And there are faculty and staff who have committed their professional careers and their personal ambitions to the service of preparing you for your success. Students in the class of 2014, I want to provide you the opportunity now to stand as one body and deliver an applause of appreciation expressing your sincere gratitude to all of these people. This is your moment. As you know, a graduation is largely a time to celebrate, but it is also a time for remembering and for reflection. So if you will allow me just a few moments, I want to express a few of my hopes for you, beginning with the realization that there is a world of people out there who need you. Please remember that the preparation you have received at Georgetown is not only for yourself, but it is for a world of needy people. You will, of course, interact with people who are confident and strong and affluent, but your education is also to help you as you interact with the weak and the poor and the disadvantaged, as you seek to help those who suffer unjustly. Your education contributes to a platform from which you can address the tragedies and the injustices and the needs in our world. I hope that your education has provided you not only the ability to move forward with thoughtfulness and skill, but that it has also provided you a degree of moral courage to live as a person of integrity in every circumstance, no matter how small. There will be an endless variety of situations which you will now face, any one of which will test the limits of your character. You may not be connected to the highly publicized failing of a large corporation, or you may not be connected to the failing of a famous person, but you will not go even a day in which the virtues of honesty and generosity and dependability and respect and civility will not be tested. I hope that you will not ignore or violate these principles, but that you will embrace them and that you will exercise them. As college graduates, you do not bear responsibility for the whole world, but you do bear responsibility for the portions you can touch and influence. My hope is that you will draw on your education at Georgetown in the service of making the world better. In that vein, I hope that your conscience will always be stirred, both by a genuine desire to serve and by an awareness of what will happen to the needy if you do not assist them. Our world is filled with people who need you actively to care, and I hope that you will rise to such opportunities. For a related point, I would encourage you to fight cynicism by caring. It is very easy to succumb to an intensely critical cynicism. The world situation, economic pressures, your own immediate problems and anxieties, disillusionment with persons and policies, all make for an easy step into an effusive pessimism. But the end result is only sadness and frustration and bitterness of spirit. I encourage you to live free of such attitudes. In spite of all the world's problems and in spite of your own, there are so many people out there who are positive and who care about others as intensely as they care about themselves. People like this are real treasures. I have known some of them, and I cherish them greatly. Their concern is not position or power or wealth or any other form of self-centeredness. Rather, it is to respect all people and to care for them in active ways. It is to know that the best life is the one lived with a view towards something greater than ourselves. Self-satisfaction is one dimension of living, but it is not the most significant. The best living is to care for people and to strive for their good with all of the zeal that you can muster. Another hope that I have for you is that you will be mature and progressive and bold when dealing with challenges which will surely come in your life. Graduates, you are now well schooled in the competitive and cutting edges of knowledge. Many of you are now beginning in careers which you will navigate over the better part of a half century. Yet it is sobering to realize that over the past 50 years, there is hardly a major field which has not been decisively transformed, and it will happen again in the next 50 or 40 or 30 or 20 or 10 years. You know the adage, and it is real in your experience, that standing still means that you are falling behind. This is reminiscent of the image from Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, where the Red Queen tells Alice that the world keeps shifting so quickly under her feet that she has to keep running just to hold her position. Simply take any sector and review how it has changed. Largely, we no longer produce automobiles or generate usable energy or wage wars or handle information or even communicate in precisely the same ways or with exactly the same technologies that we used when you were born. This continual shifting of the informational and technological sands always is requiring new investigative methodologies, different approaches, new jobs and career paths, and the people who will embrace them rather than fear or reject them. I encourage you to be in the former category and to step forward with a receptive mind and a contagious enthusiasm. Your educational foundation is broad. You are bright and you are perceptive. You have skills and abilities which surpass most people with whom you will interact. and you have been schooled in a tradition and with a sensitivity to apply those gifts for the good of others. And now, as you have been taught to live, learn, and believe, my hope for you is that you will go forth from this day to achieve and to serve and to succeed. My prayers and my good hopes will be with you always. God bless you all.